Leo, welcome back. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your monthly read for January 2020. Can you believe it? 2020 already. We're going to be asking a few questions today. First, what gifts does this month have for you? Second, what are you leaving behind in 2019? What do you don't maybe need to carry forward? And the third question is, what lies ahead? So this could be starting in January, moving into the year 2020, into the years beyond even, potentially. If this it is not sounding like your life, if it's not resonating, don't force that fit, okay? Because maybe it's just not your energy I'm picking up on. If it does resonate, I want to say, whenever I do these ones that look forward, it feels important to note that I don't think anything is written in stone. So if you see it moving along a path that you don't want to follow, then I don't believe that you have to just accept it as fate. You can decide how to, make some different choices and move yourself in a different direction. Let's see where we're at, Leo, with regard to the gifts coming in your direction, with regard to what you will be leaving behind 2019 and what comes after. I do want to say I'm being drawn to read more intuitively lately, so there may be still standard interpretations of Rider-Waite. I think many of them are good reads on the energy, but there may be other parts to the message that are just things I'm picking up, things I'm noting, coming to mind from the imagery on the cards. We're working with the This Might Hurt Tarot deck today. I'm really resonating with this deck, so I'm tending to use it quite a bit lately. Let's see where we're at, and I will apologize right up front. The cats insisted on following me into the room, and I shut the door, so they may at some point start making noise and want to be let out, in which case I'll just put you on pause for a moment and let them out. They've been chasing me around all day. I'm not sure why, but they want to be with me until they don't. And if you have cats, you know exactly what I mean. Anyway, where are you at? What are your gifts? Your gifts are that you are strong. You're able to carry a lot of responsibility. You've got a lot of, sticks in the fire, as they say. There's a lot of Wands energy around you, so you have a lot of different projects going on. I feel like maybe it's getting to the point that it's slightly too much, but you have developed a really, really strong back in this process of carrying all of this. The problem is you're carrying so much, you're working on so many different things right now that it's hard for you to see clearly. And I'm getting that, see, this person has bent over, hunched over. They can't really see forward very well. The gift in this may be, one, the strength that you've built up, or that you're building up, or two, the acknowledgement of the weight of having so many things going on, maybe the awakening that you need in order to take better care of yourself. Queen of Wands certainly is a supportive, creative energy here. There's a lot of Wands energy. There's a lot of creation energy, and I'm getting that for many signs for January. Really new things are being birthed by so many of you this month, bringing new things into the world that need to be there. There is a new connection for you in January. Could be romantic, not necessarily. There is just a new outpouring of emotion here. It could be in an existing relationship even, that it's going to a deeper place because of your comfort and your sense of ownership of this creative energy all around you, that you're not fighting it so much anymore. You're not over carrying other people's burdens in your life now, and that's making space for you to go to deeper emotional levels with another. What are you leaving behind? And these are not necessarily negative things, but maybe something that's reached the end of its season, or you've learned the lessons you needed to learn. With the Page of Pentacles, we have this energy of having a desire, looking toward what you want to achieve, setting a goal for yourself, and then gaining the skills you need to get to that goal, collecting the resources that you'll need to reach that goal. So maybe you're moving out of this planning phase toward whatever you've been planning for. Finally, we have 2 pages here. This is sort of a novice energy. This is someone who is in a starter position. Doesn't mean that you're a young person, but in relation to the folks that you're in conjunction with, that you're working with, that you are partnering with creatively, that there's this sort of youngness to your energy in that equation. So you're bringing fresh ideas, perhaps feeling a little insecure about, the fact that you are younger or less experienced, but still having a lot of value to add to any situation that you've been in. King of Pentacles energy, strong leader, really secure, very confident, good provider, really, entrepreneurial even energy here. And you may be moving out of this space. You may be moving from sort of that startup, you just started a company, you just began at the ground floor and you have a lot of potential and a lot of promise, but not so much experience yet. You're moving out of that to the next level, perhaps, as you're leaving 2019. You're moving into a space that is joyful. You do have to make some decisions in 2020, it appears, and you're a bit blind. You're a bit blind to the things around you. You may be just sort of setting yourself in a space where you can objectively decide based on analytical thinking, based on intellectual analysis of things that you know to be true, as opposed to being influenced by the things around you, by the people around you. You are in a space where you're comfortable enough to share your resources with others, whether that's money or your time, your wisdom. I feel like 2020 is really going to be for you about deciding where to put your resources, where to put your time, where to put your money, where to invest your creative energies, because you have quite a bit of creative energy coming into January, likely carrying forward, but it does call on you to make some decisions between just staying in your space of joy and moving into an area where the things that you achieve could benefit others. So finding the right balance, making the right choices for you between, me time and time with other people, taking care of myself and taking care of those around me. I think that's where we're starting from, Leo. I'm going to just pull some clarifying cards if there's anything further Spirit wants to add around the gifts coming for Leo in January. Anything further to add there? I think we have. Yeah, you definitely, there's your card. I mean, that's you, right, Leo? This inner strength, you've got a very solidly compassionate, emotional energy. Oh, and the Queen of Cups. So this new connection or this new upsurge of feeling, it could be about a romantic partnership. We do have a pair there. It could be about 2 parts of yourself, love for others, love for self, being well balanced. Let me kind of tune in there and see what I'm feeling. It seems that by really working out your connection to your creative energy so that you're not fighting yourself on that anymore, because I didn't really talk about it, but this is sort of a defensive stance kind of energy where you feel like you're fighting this battle all alone, that you are the one and the only one who's standing up for what is right and what is just, and you need to do it all yourself. And I sense that by the gift of you being aware of how you're reacting to your creative energy, how you're a bit defensive about it to other people, how it becomes a burden in some ways, and really accepting it for what it is and not apologizing at all, you make space in your life for this connection. And I do feel like it may be a connection. That doesn't mean man and woman, by the way. There are no gender in tarot. It's just, a stereotypically, traditionally masculine and feminine coming together, two parts of a whole. Can be two men, can be two women, can be a man and a woman, can be ideas even. It doesn't have to be people. If you don't if you don't identify with either of those genders, that doesn't mean that you don't get to be in partnership, right? These are energies. This is imagery used to pull concepts in the best way that we know how. And so I think that if you are able to come to some peace within yourself about your creative energies, your desire to create and what you feel passionately called to, that there would be space for a connection of this sort, a romantic connection. What about what you're leaving behind? Any clarifying information around what's being left behind? There's a couple here. So you may have felt like this space you were in was standing in the way, was giving you bad luck in regard to romance, and you have a new beginning now, and that could have something to do with this new partnership here. I think you've been working pretty hard to set up that skill set you need to move forward. You, as a new person in your field, didn't really feel like there was room for love as well. Romance didn't really have a high place on your priority list, Leo, because you were working on your skills. Any clarifying cards with regard to what's ahead? Any clarifying cards to what lies ahead? So Knight of Wands keeps coming up in all the readings today. So I'm reading this to mean, passion isn't enough. You've got some big plans and you've got some goals ahead. You've set your sights on something and you're very passionate about it. But if you really want to manifest it, if you really want it to grow, it's not enough just to be passionate. You have to put in the work, which you've been doing. You can't stop, really. And you have to do the work that is needed to manifest. So, spiritually getting yourself in the right space for that, really staying positive, looking toward your goal, seeing your goal as something you've already achieved even can be helpful. You might do a little reading on power of attraction, that sort of thing. I'm going to pull one of these dragon oracle cards for you now, and then we'll finish off with a wild unknown animal spirit card. All right, Leo, I've got the Golden Atlantean Dragon. Helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents. Reclaim your mastery. So this is an implication that what you've been working on, what the skills you've been honing, this is something you inherently know, that you've always known, and you're simply forgotten for a time, and that the key to your success is in learning to fully access that knowledge that you carry with you. Remember it. Remember and reclaim your mastery. I think this is your card here. We have the Lamb. I'm going to look that up in the book. Some earth animal. Energy. Peaceful, prophetic, patient. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. When in balance, this energy is knowingness and inner peace. When it's out of balance, it's quiet, timid, or concerned. And to bring it into balance, meditation and listening are of value. So these two cards really are lined up with this inner knowing, this knowledge, re-accessing, a deep truth. And this one is speaking to finding that through a connection with another, which may have something to do with this person you're meeting in January. May have something to do with finally opening yourself up again to love. It's interesting. I hope that it's helpful for you, Leo. Thank you for letting me read for you. It's always an honor. Thank you for the likes, shares, and subscribes. Your support of the channel in every way is so helpful for me, and thank you. I also always encourage your feedback if this does resonate for you. I think that's what I have for you for this month. I wish you a great January, a fantastic 2020, and we'll see you next time. Blessings.